So I'm doing a reply to my own video, but then doing it because of a specific reason. A user um, is trying to um, say that history backs up the historical Jesus. His line is, let me get it. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe it's the Bible says. Yes, I believe it's because the Bible says so. I believe it's because God has spoken. But history backs up the Bible. This is why there is many archaeological studies, archaeological study Bibles out there. Bullshit. Um, the Bible, the more we actually do real archaeological digs, real. I'm not talking ones like they're doing in city of Nazarene. Is it Nazarene? Not Bethlehem. Um, but the yeah, it's city of Nazarene, where they are coming in with the story of Jesus and trying to make the 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 location fit the story. Um, the Amazing Randy just did a whole video on this. Um, how there was archaeological digs done by real archaeologists and never found anything. The most they ever found was a well. There was no uh, church. There was no home where Jesus supposedly lived. There was none of this. I mean, it's all bullshit. But they, tried to create this town that never existed. Um, the Also, the Bible talks about how Mary and Joseph had to travel to Bethlehem because the Romans were doing a census of the Jews. It never happened. Did not happen. I hate to tell you, but it didn't happen. The story has holes in it the size of a Mack truck. Let's go even back further, okay? Garden of Eden, no proof of its existence. Um, we know through evidence that the Earth is a hell of a lot more than 6,000 years old. We know that that a lot of the good chunk of the whole beginning of the Bible is total bullshit. The flood never happened. There's no evidence for its existence. The Jews were never slaves in Egypt. There's no evidence for its existence. In fact, there's more evidence that countered that argument than there is that supports that argument. Okay, there's only one part of the Torah which talks about a town which they claim they did all of this work, but it's not even a real town. It was a section of a town that and it's like, okay, it just doesn't back up. The more and more we understand history, the more it contradicts the Bible, and the Bible contradicts itself. You know, that's what's even funnier. So you know what? The Bible is not historically accurate. It's a historical fiction. It takes, I mean, yeah, was there a guy named Pontius Pilate? Yeah. Was there a guy named Jesus Barabbas? Yeah. Okay. Where, was there crucifixions? Yeah. But there's no historical evidence that says the way that they supposedly put Christ on the cross, they didn't do that. They wouldn't have wasted the nails. They were too valuable. Okay? The torture of a cross, even without the nails, is horrendous. It was designed as a slow death. The nails really didn't add anything to it. Okay, in fact, what would have happened is that, you know, here's a human wrist. Okay, now supposedly Christians believe that he was nailed right through here. Okay, now here's a problem. Okay, if you have enough force, you're gonna rip right through all of that. So the hand would have been split nearly in half. Another argument is you was cut. The nail was through here. Okay, But everything up until modern times, when people pointed this out, they'd always said it's seen it through the hand. Okay, stigmatas. When people claim that they have stigmatas, do they have it on the wrist? Does it come out through, down here? No, it's always here. Sorry. Doesn't work. The Bible is not historically accurate. Okay? Getting back to the census, there was a census. Okay, this is where they got this. But it was only of Roman citizens, and it was 30 plus years after the time Jesus would have been born. Didn't work. Doesn't make sense. So, good luck with that.